Hey guys, this is the horoscope for Taurus season, starting from the 20th of April until the 20th of May. So first a few words about what we are going to discuss in this video. And we have the Sun in Taurus and Mercury in Aries. Then we will talk about Mars in Gemini. We have a new moon in Taurus, Venus going to Aries, Mercury going direct, a full moon in Scorpio and Taurus, North Node going to Leo and South Node to Aquarius, and Mercury again going to Taurus. So a lot of astrological events during this month, and if you want to find out how it will influence you personally, you can watch this video. So let's start with the 20th of April, where we have the transit sun going to Taurus, so it's in your first house. And basically during the whole period, the transit sun will be in Taurus and in your first house. So that's a very important transit. This is the time of the year when you're starting a new period. So actually this is like the new year coming for you. That's your personal new year, we can say that. All of you are going to have your birthday, actually those who have their sun in Taurus. So this is also the beginning of the new solar return chart. And again, it defines, like the whole year for you, the whole upcoming year. And this month, this period from the 20th of April until the 20th of May is about starting new things. This is about you and your personality, about your personal projects, what you would like to do, what you would like to achieve. This is the time when you can attract the attention of other people, you might be noticed by them, and generally you can feel more inspired. The sun is also related with our vitality, with how we feel, how much joy we are able to feel. So with the transit sun in first house during this whole period, probably this will be like a new period when you can feel more vitality and more energy. And you might be inspired to do a lot of different things on your own, which are not depending on other people. So a great time for you, very important, probably the most important month for you from the whole year, when the transit sun is in your own sign. On the same day, so on the 20th, we have also Mercury going back to Aries, which for you will be in your 12th house. So Mercury is going retrograde, so that's why it's moving from Taurus to Aries and your 12th house. And Mercury in 12th house suggests that it's a time when you can be more passive in your communication with others. So it suggests that it's not a time to, initiate new conversations, important meetings with others, and, everything which includes information, because 12th house is the house of secrets, the house of losses and misunderstandings, so the communication may not be so fluent. On the other hand, Mercury retrograde in 12th house, this combination is great for some kind of inner work. For example, you can be more concentrated or spend more time reading or learning or analyzing the past, analyzing what you need to give up, what you need to leave in the past for you, what hasn't worked for you, and actually to think about and find a new perspective about the past. So for inner work, spiritual activities, actually this transit can be very beneficial. For social activities related with Mercury, like contacts or travelings or communication, that's not the best time for you. Then on the 21st of April, we have the transit Mars going to Gemini and your second house. So Mars stays in one sign for around 2 months, and during these next 2 months, Mars is going to be in your second house. And the transits of Mars are related with putting a lot of energy, even physical energy, in activities related with the house. So in this case, with your finances, with your resources, with starting projects that will literally improve your financial situation. And these activities that you are about to start need to be more practically oriented, which is the meaning of second house. So Mars in Gemini can be related with lots of ideas that you want to put into practice immediately, and this can all improve your financial situation. We need to say as well that Mars is related with possible conflicts, with possible tension. So it is possible that this area of your life, your finances, stability, security, might be, related with feeling some kind of tension, that you need to lead some kind of battles to achieve something, like you need to fight for something. So that's a time when this area of your life, your finances and resources, might bring some kind of tension. But for people who are initiative, who want to start new things, that's actually a positive transit that can improve their financial situation as well. Next, on the 26th of April, we have a new moon in Taurus in your first house. So the new moon is the time when we can feel a new flow of energy coming to our life, especially related with the area of the house. And first house is everything, related with everything that includes you personally, that affects you personally. So that's a wonderful time to be more initiative, to start different new things, and to be braver, and to be more independent. So all kind of independent activities can be very beneficial, especially during the next 2 weeks after the new moon, until the full moon actually. Keep in mind that exactly on this day, 26, the moon is invisible while we have, the exact new moon. So you may need to wait around 2 days before the moon becomes visible. And after that, you have a green light for these new projects, personal projects, and new activities. And next, on the 28th of April, we have the transit Venus going to Aries, moving to Aries. And for you, this will be in your 12th house. So Venus in 12th house can be related with, it can bring you, Venus is the planet related with comfort and harmony. So it suggests that you may feel really comfortable while you're alone, while you're isolated, while you spend time on your own. So that's a positive transit for some kind of, spiritual activities, or everything that you are doing secretly. Venus when we talk about secrets, Venus in 12th house is a beneficial transit for people who have secret love, secret affairs. So yeah, you can be, experience more joy and love coming from these secret love and secret relationships, in case that you have them. And Venus in 12th house is also transit that can be related with possible losses. For example, if you have a relationship which is not going very well and it's time to give up on that relationship, Venus in 12th house can help you. Can help you to separate with partners and relationships which are no longer needed in your life. And we should remember that previously we had transit Venus retrograde in the same sign, in Aries. So it suggests that things that were not going very well while Venus was retrograde, so about This is about 1 month and a half. So during this time, now you can you have the opportunity to fix these things, to find the solutions and to repair the situation, which were not going very well while Venus was retrograde. And the next transit that we have is on the 3rd of May, and actually this is Mercury going direct. And Mercury is in Aries in your 12th house, so it may not be related with some kind of visible changes in your life, because Mercury in 12th house is related with more with your ideas, with your inspiration, with your intuition, but not necessarily with your social contacts, because 12th house is not related with that. So this can be a shift, but more on an inner level for you, not so much for your social life or for something visible. And generally, this transit can indicate that, for example, you may use your intuition or your inspiration to achieve something visible. So to put something, from to take it from the inside and put it more on the outside, especially in a few days, but we are going to talk when Mercury actually enters your first house. But for now, it suggests that you may feel not so introverted. You may feel that you don't want to spend so much time alone thinking about or just keeping your ideas for yourself. But generally, this transit shouldn't be related with your social life. It shouldn't affect it. And next, on the 10th of May, we have a full moon in Scorpio and Taurus. So the sun is in Taurus in your first house, and the moon is in Scorpio in your 7th house. So the full moons are the periods when we can achieve some kind of visible results with the areas of the houses which are affected. And in your case, it includes your communication with partners and your relationships. So this is a time when you can ask for advice from other people, and you might be affected from them. And the moon in Scorpio, Scorpio is a very sign related with our psychology, with even with our unconscious. So that's a time when you can feel that you are energetically influenced by other people, that they're affecting you in some way, that you need their support or you need to solve some kind of situation in terms of relationships and close communications with others. We should say also that the full moon is a time, it activates two houses which are opposing, so 1st and 7th house, and there always has a chance for some kind of conflicts, and you need to find the balance between these two areas. So 1st house is your personal desires, and the sun there suggests that you may consciously want to achieve something. And 7th house, and actually the moon in 7th house, suggests that unconsciously, which is the moon, you might be influenced from your partners or from another person, and you need to find the balance. So it looks like you want to achieve something on your own, but unconsciously you need or you want the support from another person or from your partner, or something in terms of relationships. So this is the unconscious area for your 7th house, so relationships. And that's a time when you can realize something important, like new ideas, or you can come up with a new solution. And next we have on the 9th of May the North Node going to Leo, which means that the South Node is going to Aquarius. So here is the North Node going to Leo in your 4th house, and the South Node moves to Aquarius and your 10th house. So we know that the lunar nodes are moving retrograde, so from 5th house, the North Node is going to your 4th house. And this is a really important transit, like, this is related with our karma, and it lasts for a long time, for around a year and a half, and that's really, really important because the North Node has an influence very similar to Jupiter. So it suggests that the area of 4th house can be very beneficial for you during the next 1 year and a half, and it comes from your karma. It's something that you deserve from your previous actions, even from past lives. And everything which includes family, your home, family members, the place where you were born, all these things can be more, can bring more joy to you and can be more successful. So, for example, if you would like to change your home, or you want to buy a new property, or you would like to move to a new place to live, this can be actually a very positive change for you. This can bring you more success and more happiness, and generally the situation can improve. So during the next year and 1 year and a half, the area of 4th house is very beneficial for you. And we have also the South Node in your 10th house for the next 1 year and a half. And the South Node has a similar influence to Saturn. So it means that you may need to give up on something, or you might be restricted in some way. So 10th house is about career, about your social reputation, about your visible achievements and success. So it suggests that during this time you may not be so focused on this area. For some of you it may not be such a successful time. You may not be so focused on that, let's say that. But the reason might be that, for example, you are so concentrated on your home and your family that your career and social reputation may just be not your priority for the next 1 year and a half. And finally, the last transit that we have is on the 16th of May, and that's Mercury going to Taurus, and your 1st house. So that's a new period related with lots of communications for you, Mercury in 1st house, and you may feel like you want to communicate with others, you want to share your ideas. For people who, their work is related with public speaking, or they need to other people to listen to them, that's a very beneficial transit for some kind of public speakers. But even if you're not a public speaker, or you just need to have, for example, an important meeting, or some kind of event that you need to speak to others, you need to influence them with your words, that's a very beneficial transit for you. And of course, we still have the Sun in your 1st house, so that's a very, very intense and active period for ideas, for new projects, and so on. So these were the most important indications during this Taurus season, actually your own season. And this is mostly about personal activities, about yourself. This is a time when we can say that you may even allow yourself to be more selfish, more focused on your personal desires, on what you would like to achieve. So this is actually a great month for you. And thank you very much for watching this forecast. I will wait for you next month again.